Here's a thing you never thought you'd see.
Are we opening with that? Yeah, fuck it, let's just go with that. Hey guys, what's going on? So this is something you probably never expected out of us. Frankly, I didn't think we'd get into this series for a long time either, but I guess here we are right now. Touhou!
Because the PS4 loves me sometimes.
Because we just only had like 5 fucking Touhou games dropped on us in like the last 2 months, so fuck it.
Also, this theme is gonna finally start making sense now. I like it. That's a good way to show
You do have
off.
2 different Touhou themes, huh?
Well, the way it works is that it's one theme, but it changes depending on which screen you're on.
Ah, okay.
If you're in the top menu thing up here, which I hate, it gives you this, and if you're in the actual menu down here, it gives you this, which I like. Although, excuse me, I'm gonna say right now, for the actual, this is a theme for a different game. For this game, I like this game. I have its limited edition. It's great. I hate how it literally makes Reimu a footnote on the box. She's literally off to the side, barely visible.
Yeah.
But we're not actually doing Touhou Genso Rondo now. That's going to be for a different time because that game is a bit complicated. Right now, we're going to be going for our Touhou Scarlet Curiosity. And I'm just going to show something off for us before we actually start. Because we're not going to be doing this on my main account because I am too far into this game to want to restart it.
Apparently this game doesn't come with New Game Plus. That's slightly inconvenient, but alright.
This is me though. But I sort of get why, because if you're going through stages where they want you to be level 1 at and you are level 85, that's a bit of a problem.
Could be, I imagine.
So I just want to show off real quick what my levels and skills are.
Wow, this game is depth of field. Holy shit.
Huh?
This game is depth of field.
I know,
Pretty
right?
cool shit.
Just my general setup as it currently stands.
Not too shabby.
The thing is that it makes it seem like there's not a whole lot going on at first, but when you realize that you have this many skills to work with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Imagine most of them are usable in their own right.
They're all usable. It's just you can only equip 3 at a time. So it's a matter of finding out which ones are the best ones.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like starting a new game, so we're going to just show you what I have right here real quick, and also some of the models are terrifying.
Some of the models, yeah, I God, what was that? I'm missing those MMD models right now. Those actually look pretty good compared to this shit.
The face looks like something out of a Minus T video.
You know what they were?
Nothing against him. The faces are really weird, but that guy's animations are out of this world.
You know what this reminds me of? Mario RPG.
Oh god.
It does. Well, it reminds me of that anyway. I don't know why. It's just a sheer block. If you were to just readjust this a little bit, it could look pre-rendered.
Yeah, or, kind of.
Oh god, what was that animation style they used for Mario RPG and Donkey Kong Country? I don't know. I don't remember.
The 3D thing.
Yeah. Oh fuck, I did not know offhand, but yeah, that weird art style they used back in the 90s. It almost looks like it.
Yeah, that weird pseudo 3D thing with the pre-rendered graphics. Anywho, we're going to be doing this on Bob's account, so he's going to get a whole bunch more trophies right now.
Cool. On my sub account that is called Rising Jericho. Rising Jericho is my sub account. Don't ask.
We can put it to your main account if you want to get PS4 trophies on that one.
It's cool.
So there are currently two Touhou games currently available in America on the PS4. The funny thing is that they're actually published both by different publishers.
Yeah.
This game is published by Xseed, which you can see down there in the credits thingy. The other game, Genso Wanderer, is published by NIS America.
Hopefully not overcharging the fuck out of it.
No. But I have problems with this game before it even starts. This is a vampire sitting out in the morning sun.
Maybe she's like Alucard and she can actually stand out in the sun for a limited amount of time.
Was he able to do that? I don't remember that.
Yes. I distinctly remember that when he went to Brazil.
Oh.
Jesus wants a hug!
He was sitting in the plane, I think, at that point.
He was outside at some point. Yeah.
Anyway, there's not a whole lot of story going on in this game. The story is actually pretty dumb.
Yeah.
But this is still a pretty fun game, all things considered, either way. This game, its combat is actually based off of the Ys series, and I just realized that her wings have horns on it. I don't think they normally do that.
Huh. Weird. Usually wings do that because like bats have use those as like arms, so they have like fingers come out the front. But yeah.
But so what's going on here is that Remilia is really bored.
This is how we start every Touhou game.
Well, no, a different kind of bored. She's already been evil. She doesn't care about being evil anymore. Now she's just looking for a fight or something to entertain her. And they don't exactly have pay-per-view in Gensokyo.
Yeah. I don't imagine a lot of things happen in this world either.
I say that, but if you go to Korendo's shop, you can find an electric guitar with an amp. The most futuristic technology they have in this series, and I'm not even kidding, is A, Game Boy Color, and B, an original iPod Shuffle.
Goddamn.
It's so cute, though.
Then again, I could never figure out how to get iPod Shuffle to work. So, I don't know. I guess I'm not one to judge.
That thing confused the hell out of me, too. It was literally a USB stick with a play button.
There is no interface, and I got one song to ever play on it, and it just fucked up ever since because I hate iTunes so much.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Piracy for life. I do not condone the uses of piracy. But there's some things you don't need to pay money for.
Since we're going through the Wayback Machine, do you remember LimeWire?
Oh, Lord, that thing. Actually, the funny thing is, I always use this website called MP3 Raid.
Yeah, that's the one I always hear other people talking about. My favorite relic of LimeWire is always downloading songs, and then you find out on the timer it's only like 40 seconds. You click it, see what the fuck is up, and it comes out to, I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I heard. Okay, so one time if we're going down this road, I downloaded Intergalactic by Beastie Boys. At the very end of it was like this really weird rap number that was like maybe 30 seconds long. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck this guy is, but if this is all I had to deal with to listen to Intergalactic, I don't fucking care.
Did you ever find out what it was?
No, I didn't. Then again, I never got the MP3 file either. Good times.
Anyway, so Remilia's going to sleep now that the sun is awake for real.
Yep, for realsies.
It really is true to form Touhou that this art here is better than the in-game art.
Oh god, the art here is actually really good too. Jesus.
Yeah, that's another thing you can chalk up to the fan games being so much better looking than the real games.
Yeah. So I think we should probably get this out of the way right now. Brandon here had the idea of doing a let's play of these two Touhou games because, well, we'd be the first high quality let's plays of this series, or not series, but these two games in general.
Yeah.
Everyone else is either doing a blind or doesn't really care too much. Yeah. And I imagine we'll probably be focusing on its entirety. And we've always wanted to do Touhou in general. It's always been on the back burner, but we've never really gotten PC games or PC recordings to be completely stable until as of recently. And there's never been really any console Touhou games to really focus on. So, yeah, here we are. Cool shit.
I need to change one thing right off the bat. I always put my physical special attack, my physical super on the circle button, and my projectile attack on the triangle button. That's just how I've always played this game.
Yeah.
I've actually been playing this game since before its console release. I was one of those weird people that played it in its horrible, unpolished state on PC.
Yeah.
Funny story about this game is the first couple times I tried playing it, because my old laptop that I was playing it on was really old and really shit. It literally got to the point where it overheated and crashed my computer playing this game.
Oh my god.
I'm not kidding.
Is that taxing?
That's the funny thing is that it doesn't look like it at all, does it?
No, not really. I mean, there's a few shaders. Some models are decently high quality, I guess, but there's not much going on.
So here's the funny thing, though, is that it didn't give me problems in terms of running. It ran just fine, but it's like over time it heated up and it crashed my computer.
Weird. Huh.
So that's a different sort of issue that I don't think I've run into before.
Well, I guess we're looking from gameplay. Shit does get crazy, but I don't think it'd be that intensive. Huh. Yeah. Maybe it's just not that optimized for low PC or low PC CPU. I don't know.
Yeah. So what we're doing now, basically, this is an action adventure RPG, where we're going around. We're looking for a monster that in about 30 minutes is about to destroy our house.
Yeah. Imagine Miller's gonna have objections to that.
Not as much as you might think.
Also, I'm just gonna assume Mei Ling is sleeping again while it happens.
No, she's... Well, she might have been sleeping while it happened, but she is in this game. She just doesn't do anything.
That's balls, but okay.
Also, this game is very strict about its beaten path.
Yeah, invisible walls of holy shit, we're off to a good start.
Also, you move much faster by jumping than you do by running, so I'm going to be jumping most of the place.
That just reminds me of a video that some of my friends showed me the other day of a speedrun of Half-Life 2 where the guy is literally jumping around and he's actually moving faster than Sonic in most games. It's actually kind of hilarious. Gordon Freeman is confirmed hedgehog. He is the ultimate life form.
Backdash your way through the entire game.
Oh my god, yes.
Through the entire castle. And just like a true Zelda game, you break pots, you find shit.
Yep.
You're gonna be seeing this menu a lot, by the way. What can I like it.
I
love
almost
this.
maybe my dyslexia made me almost think that I actually said backdash. That would just been too convenient.
But I love the immediate first difference in weapons. Your default weapon,
Throwing knife or deck brush.
No, but in attack power there, plus 18 or plus 41. What are you gonna go with?
Man, hard to choose. Unless like one has a higher attack rate than the other one.
Nah, they don't really affect anything like that. One thing that I don't like about this game, which is really annoying since it's ported to consoles, is that, well, I never had it in the first place, but a console port with an actual dedicated controller would have been great, is that you can't rebind your controls at all.
That's unfortunate.
Like, I can get used to these, but they're not ideal controls.
Nah. By the way, is there like a magic meter or like some way of restricting you from abusing your knife attack so much?
Yeah, the diamonds underneath the health bar are for your sub attacks. Each of one of your different sub attacks has a different amount that it requires. The purple diamond is the gauge for your special attack for your ultimate attack.
And it just starts you with that. Oh my god.
No, I was damaging enemies and getting it back that way. Getting it that way.
No, I meant the game starts you with your ultimate attack.
It's your first ultimate attack. You gain like 5.
Okay, it just seems like a really good way of just leveling up so quickly.
You'd be surprised. You can end up wasting it so quickly, and some of them, some of the attacks you get over time are basically worthless.
Yeah. How easy is it level in this game anyway?
Pretty much, as long as you're not avoiding all enemies, you're going to level up pretty quickly. The only time in the entire game you're ever going to need to grind is occasionally on one of the early bosses, and overall pretty much just in the post-game dungeon. And that's just because some of the post-game by the end of the game you should be around level either 40-something or 50-something. Some of the post-game bosses are around level 80.
Ha.
But the thing with the post-game though is that you're going through 3 post-game dungeons. Each dungeon is 10 floors.
Oh, okay.
Full of no, believe me, it sounds bad, but it's not all that long.
No, I mean that sounds like a really quick way of actually leveling yourself up to that point.
Oh no, it really is. It's the fastest way of doing it. By the way, if you see me going back some places a lot, I tend to comb through areas a lot because not always does the experience and items and whatnot fly into you. Sometimes you have to go back to get it, and sometimes the game's graphics hide it from you. Like if I was to kill something in this tree here, if I wasn't standing right next to that area of that tree, I wouldn't get the items.
Yeah. Huh.
Because you have to be within a certain range for them to fly into you. I think overall, though, Sakuya is actually probably the better of the two characters between her and Remilia. The only thing that Remilia had is speed and the fact that she can hover. She has the Peach hover. There's not a whole lot of actual platforming in this game, but there is some, and it's easier to do with someone that can glide rather than someone who just jumps and falls immediately.
That's true, but it looks like you can rely on your drop shadow for reliable platforming. Maybe.
There's only really I think 2 times where it's a problem. One of it is when you're scaling the waterfall of Yokai Mountain.
Huh.
And that's just because you don't die if you fall off most places. You just end up having to go back to the beginning of an area. It's just annoying when you're near the top of a mountain. You make one bad jump and you have to climb the entire mountain again.
Yeah.
It doesn't take too long. It's just more annoying that it happens in the first place.
True.
One thing that is really good and really convenient is that you have infinite lives.
Ha.
So you don't need to worry about restarting a stage or getting a game over or whatnot. If you die, you just get sent back to the beginning of whatever room you're in. So if you're in a boss fight, you just get sent back to the beginning of a boss fight.
That's really convenient.
I don't remember.
Also means there's not much punishment in you dying, but all right.
Which makes it an incredibly stark contrast from the actual Touhou games.
Which are... I don't think we have to explain this. Touhou games are known to be notoriously hard.
It depends on which game you're going for, honestly. The hardest games in the series are still probably 11 and 12, Subterranean Animism, and... What was numbered? What the hell was it? I forget what the exact name is, but the shorthand for it is UFO.
Yeah.
I think it was unidentified flying object. I know it was something or other.
It sounds like it'd be something to that effect.
Because the game has because the super boss of that game, the EX boss, is literally an alien.
That's great.
The premise of 12 is literally that you've heard a rumor about a treasure ship, and so all three of the playable characters are just going out looking to ransack the treasure ship. Marissa because she's a thief, Reimu because she's poor, and Sane basically just because she's bored. Little did you know the treasure ship is actually someone's house. There's not a whole lot going on in this game when things are actually happening, so you can expect me to make a lot of tangents about the actual Touhou games.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the first time we're actually touching it, and to be fair, I'm not that fluent with the Touhou series. I've been playing Touhouvania. I've been touching around it in Touhoumon from time to time, but I haven't gotten major progress in that yet. But if I ever master the game, we should totally try Touhoumon.
Oh, absolutely. Cool. The first game I recommend you to try is...
Actually, probably arguably this game. This is really easy.
Oh, no, well, I mean in terms of Touhoumon games, because there's like 10 of them. The first one I would recommend, and probably one of the better ones, I'd say, is actually Touhoumon Another World, because the story of that game is the first 10 minutes are fire red and leaf green, but afterwards you're transported to Gensokyo, and it matches, and it literally you're going through the areas of that game Gensokyo completely. Yeah. So like you're going through the land of the dead, you're going through the bamboo forest, which fuck the bamboo forest of the lost.
Yep.
You're going through the village, you're going through everything. It's a really interesting game. But
the difficulty spikes in that game are just astronomical. That's my big problem with it.
Yeah. The other thing to worry about though is that there are some sprite errors in that game, not with the actual Touhoumon themselves, but with some of the overworld sprites, and it scares the hell out of me sometimes. looking at the overworld sprites and then for the trainers, and then going into in-game, and it's these really shitty doll sprites, and they scare the hell out of me because of how lifeless they are. But the first time Bob saw them a couple of years back, I think you said they actually looked like something out of Mario RPG.
Yeah, I can imagine myself saying that, yeah. That's a giant castle in the background.
That's our house in the background.
Oh, okay.
Also, be sure, in true action RPG format, be sure to always stray from the main path, because you're gonna find goodies of some kind everywhere.
Yeah, it seems like the level design in this game doesn't seem too intricate, so it seems like you can get away with exploring a lot.
Yeah. By the way, one thing I know it looks like some weapons are really really outclass others, because like this one you lose only a little bit in attack, but you gain so much in everything else. Not really. If something, you can pretty much ignore the item drop rate percentage stat entirely, because it basically doesn't amount to much of anything.
Yeah.
And if that's the biggest modifier, it's really not something to worry about. The only one that you really should be worrying about is base power and critical rate. Critical power isn't all that important, but you definitely want to get your critical rate up, because that's going to help you a lot in the boss fights. I mean, go figure, but there are some that will murder you if you don't have a high critical rate. Towards the end game, you can actually get your critical rate to upwards of 50%.
That is actually pretty obnoxious.
Yeah, but you need it in some of those bosses.
I can imagine.
Behold the first boss.
I did not know this person.
This is one of the 3 great fairies.
Cute.
They appeared in one of the in-between games, 12.8, Great Fairy Wars. Their thing is, Cherno, right?
Yeah.
The ice fairy?
Yeah.
The one that Phantom likes to make into an idiot, and she always says she's the greatest.
She's adorable. Yeah.
Yeah, she is great. I love her. A lot of people hate her. So the thing is that in 12.8, this fairy, Luna Child, and her two sisters, Star Sapphire and Sunny Milk, actually destroyed Cherno's house. They blew it up. And being the true idiot that she is, she didn't realize that her house blew up until 6 months later. And so 6 months later, she went to challenge them and murder them for destroying her house, and they had almost completely forgotten what the hell she was talking about.
I was like, I just threw something out there. Realized it's really fun.
What?
So I actually met one of my best friends, Conrad, on Facebook because we were spamming Cerno pictures at each other on Facebook in a comment thread. It was beautiful. I was like, I got these for days, buddy. Come on, keep coming. And we just kept going back and forth. It's like, this is fantastic.
Before Bad Apple and before the incredible amounts of porn, I think the first ever, mind you, long before I knew what it was, but the first ever, what's the word? Exposure to Touhou that I ever had was this one picture of, I think it's from Touhou 7, it's winter. Reimu and Marisa are walking around, or walking around in the snow, and they come upon Cherno, and she says, hey, and then it goes down to the next panel, and it's her tongue stuck to her ice wing.
Yeah, that's great.
She froze her tongue to her wing, because she's an ice fairy.
Yeah. Now we're on that topic. I think my first exposure to Touhou was actually one of the... It's either one of the fan games. I think it was one of the Super Mario World mods, actually.
Ah.
Yeah. That was a long time ago. That was great.
Super Mario.
Probably.
Or yeah.
Also,
there are two of those Super Mario World games.
Yeah. Also, since we haven't mentioned yet, I'm
Shaky Cam.
just gonna quickly mention that Sakia, one of the best girls in the game, easily.
She's one of the better characters in most games.
She's one of the top waifus. My personal soul gotta be Mei Ling, but Sakia is like easily second or third, right next to Nuclear Tits.